during the current genocide, almost 2 years, and even before that, but during this current genocide, we have seen Saudi Arabia or certain people in the country doing certain things which is unacceptable, but also silencing Palestine or people speaking for Palestine, whether they're speaking, whether they're on social media, whether they have flags, also saying people in the country, politicians or whoever, saying um, they can have connections or whatever it was called with Israel, ties or whatever. Not now, but later on. So whereas you should be permanently cutting ties forever, and at the same time, many Muslims have seen introduction of haram things in the country, um, and people are not happy. And this has made, and many people have tried to ignore that and focused on how it's got Masjid al-Haram and it's got Masjid Nabawi and it's got you need to go there to perform Umrah and Hajj and whatever. But now people are realizing the game's up. You go there to perform the Fard of Hajj, and if you're maybe Shafi'i, you perform the Fard or the Wajib of Umrah as well, and then you do not need to you boycott the Saud family. And if there's a new people in place, then you may continue going. And of course, I'm not going to go too much into it, but also there's also fiqh that says that you shouldn't perform more than one Umrah a year anyway. Um, but people still performing multiple, giving them money. You can get reward for Umrah, but you can also get reward for helping your Palestinian people, and which is greater. At this moment of time, what is greater? Is it performing the Umrah, or is it not performing it so your money doesn't go to some people to stop the bloodshed of our Muslim brothers? I'm not going to say the answer, but I'm sure many qualified, experienced Mufti will be able to tell you. And now we have news. Italian dock workers block Saudi ship loaded with weapons bound for Israel. And then in the public they want to say X, Y, and Z, and then this is what they do. And like I said, they said they're planning on having ties with Israel afterwards. This is from S2J News on Instagram. Italian dock workers in Genoa stopped the Saudi-operated Bahri Yanbu ship, revealing weapons and heavy military cargo bound for Israel. They declared their refusal to support Israel's genocide. This act joins the growing movement of European port workers resisting the flow of weapons supplying the genocide. And then people want to say, and also I want to say the vermin Khabith Madkhali, who still want to say obey their leader and misconstrue and twist the Islamic texts. And of course, many of them, they have ties to the UAE, and we know what the UAE is doing now also. So not only in terms of Israel, but what they are doing in directly or indirectly in places like Sudan. So, and many Muslims and non-Muslims are boycotting the UAE, they're boycotting going to Dubai and stuff like this. So people cannot say we only care about Palestine, we don't care about elsewhere, or that we are racist and we only care about people that look us and we care about all people who are facing injustice. So unfortunately, this is another people who still want to blindly defend Saudi Arabia. This is another point for you to consider. That stop blindly following Saudi Arabia. We're not told to blindly follow, blindly defend Saudi Arabia. They are a newly created state. The only this is how selfish and arrogant they are. They're the only country that's named after a family, as far as I'm aware. And this is what they are doing. And they're wasting billions, if not trillions, on football and other futile things when they could be using it for better things. And this is what people are slowly realizing. And I will keep saying it again. Perform the Hajj and the Umrah once, and then they don't need to pay your money to them to go. And many people, experienced people, at least one Mufti, and that I've heard myself, but there's others who I've heard on videos or writings that have said, at this moment of time, do one. Once you have done one, if you want to use that money if you're thinking you're missing out on reward, take that money and give it to the help the Gazans, help the Palestinians. And which is better? I'll let you ask your Mufti, and he'll give you a sufficient answer. Is it to potentially save lives of Muslims by not giving money to certain people who most definitely, most likely will harm Muslims? Is it that by not giving them money you stop that, or is it performing a voluntary Umrah? So hopefully now more Muslims will see and stop blindly defending Saudi Arabia.